in theory we should be live now. What? Nice. Right, put a message in the chat. I'm going to put one in global as well. Now live for the 4th episode of the TECSHOTZ Talks Podcast. I'm not going to be able to look at any of the fucking... Yeah, I knew that. Just plug in the Discord. Oh, they can't hear you, so now it looks like I'm schizophrenic. I'm just plugging the Discord. Need a bit of hydration. Right, double check that. Okay, cool. That is that. Right, we should be good. So if I press streaming now, it shouldn't reveal my heinous internet tabs. I should just go onto Discord. If I've got this right. Yes! Nice. Right. Hello and welcome back to the TECSHOTZ Talks Podcast. Bet you guys thought we weren't actually going to do a 4th episode. We are.
We are back, baby.
And... Alfie, where are we now?
We are, like all of our repeat viewers will know that I keep mentioning this, we are on our 4th episode, which they probably already know, but I'm going to repeat it myself again. We are now a top 10% podcast globally. Most people quit. 90% of people quit within the first 3 episodes. We've done it. We're top 10%ers. We knew we would be. We're going to go to the 1%. Fuck it, we're going to go to 0.5%. I'm talking like Trump, but it's irrelevant. We've done it, and we're going to keep doing it.
You guys thought we wouldn't make it, but we did.
Yeah, we have made it. And well, we've got quite some substantial talking points for this episode. We're not what's the saying, like dragging the bottom of the barrel, or what is it?
Scraping the bottom of the barrel.
That's the one. Yeah, we're not doing that just yet. Maybe with the phrases that I'm trying to come up with, but not with our ideas.
No, we've had 2 months to think of various talking points.
We have, and we spent about a month and 3 weeks not thinking about it at all.
Yeah. All of the talking points have been thought of this week, and this week alone. In fact,
yes, they have.
It's such a rushed endeavour. I doubt Alfie's even thought of what he's going to say for his little bit at the beginning that he was going to do.
I have. I've given it thought. So, I had an idea for a segment, and I think it was in the start of episode 3. I don't know, it was 2 months ago. But I think I was going to do what I am calling Real or Racket. And Steve, basically what this section is, this new segment for the podcast, for the top 10% podcast, called TECSHOTZ Talks. Join the Discord. I have got 3 newspaper headlines. 2 are completely made up, but 1 is 100% real. And I'm going to read all 3 of them to you, and you've got 1 shot, and you've got to pick the real one.
Okay.
You like the sound of it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So are you ready for your 3 headlines?
I was born ready.
We'll put that to the test when you get it right or wrong. Okay, so headline number 1 is man arrested after throwing sausage rolls at police during town centre argument. Headline number 2. Council installs fake seagulls to scare away aggressive real seagulls. And headline number 3. Thief breaks into house, stops to cook himself a meal, and then falls asleep on the sofa. Which one do you think is real?
You know what? To be fair, the state our country is currently in, all 3 of these could be real. Anyone watching, feel free to play along in the comments, so that I can steal your answer. But this is actually this is a tough one. Dum. You know what? I'm gonna go with the break-in and having a nap one. I think that one's the real one.
Ding, ding, ding. That is 100% true. A burglar, actually not in the UK, this was in Italy. A burglar in Italy broke into a home intending to rob it. Instead, he got hungry. He cooked himself a meal using the homeowner's ingredients, sat down to eat, and then fell asleep. The homeowner returned, found him asleep on the sofa, and called the police. He was arrested while still half asleep from his carb coma.
You know what? I thought the UK was bad, but yeah, it might be more dire in Italy if you're just breaking in and having that.
Turns out it's the whole world, yeah.
Garlic bread's just that good.
Yeah, well, you know, the Italians do make good food, so you know, I do want to have a nap after I've had some Italian food, so I can kind of understand. Not the breaking in and entering, but cooking himself a meal and falling asleep. 100% get that. Yeah. Yeah, fair play. But that's a new segment, and that was Real or Wreck It. And I'm going to try and do one of those every single episode, so that we can have a little bit of fun, kick off with some lightheartedness, a little lighthearted story before Steve starts ranting about skill-based matchmaking again.
I'm not even touching it with a stick this time. I am not mentioning a skill-based matchmaking at all, aside from to say that I am not talking about it. I am done. There's nothing else I can say.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you are done. And I'm glad that you've come to the realization that there is nothing else to say about skill-based matchmaking, because it is annoying but fine, and it should be left alone by you.
I have talked myself to death about skill-based matchmaking. There is literally
you have.
I can say.
Yeah, it's on the internet. There's about 45 minutes to an hour of it. So yeah.
Well, yeah, and then the other fucking 2 episodes.
Yeah, you do touch on it every single episode, I think. I mean, technically we have discussed it now, so how many episodes do you think we can go whilst mentioning skill-based matchmaking until we get taken off of YouTube? Great answer.
I'm endeavouring never to get out again. That's my mindset.
Okay, alright, well, don't worry, I'll proudly carry the flag.
Please don't.
Okay, well, we should probably move on from talking about skill-based matchmaking before you actually start talking about skill-based matchmaking.
Yes, what would you like to discuss today, sir?
What's a good talking point that you had planned for today's episode, my good friend?
Well, I've only got 2, but they're both fairly meaty. One is the future of our film series, and the other is the future of the channel.
Exciting. It is now 2026. We haven't done an episode in 2 months. It's February, which means that our last episode was 2025. Yes. So, yeah, I guess it's a good time. Happy New Year, guys. It's a good time to say Happy New Year. I feel like it's probably way too late now, and people have stopped saying Happy New Year.
No, Happy Chinese New Year.
But not us.
Chinese New Year.
Yeah, Chinese New Year. That starts, well, for some people it started today. It's a bit sketchy. I work in an industry where we're directly affected supply chain wise by Chinese New Year. Some of the companies shut down today, the rest tomorrow, but it is a 2-week ordeal that basically shuts down the entire world because China does everything.
Yes.
Well, for good prices anyway. So, but happy Chinese New Year. It's the year of the fire horse. Not just the horse, it's the fire horse. I don't quite know what that means, but
we'll have to ask Jay.
yes, good. Happy that.
What the hell
Yeah,
is
he
a
might
fire
know.
horse?
He might know.
Jay, if you're here, tell us what a fire horse is.
Well, I believe it's a horse that's on fire or made out of fire. I'm not too sure. Really need some help on that one. But yeah, happy Chinese New Year anyway, and happy New Year for the UK lot, because we're slow. But do you have any New Year's resolutions, either personal or for the channel?
I've got a couple of personal New Year's resolutions and a couple for the channel, a couple for each. The first one was to quit my absolutely horrific addiction to nicotine. We won't discuss that. And the second was so irrelevant I've actually completely forgotten what it was. I think it was something like lose weight over the course of the year, and so far I'm on track.
Good. You lost so are you willing to divulge the numbers?
I don't have a set of scales. I just noticed that I was looking a bit skinnier when I got out of the shower the other morning. Scales are liars.
Fair enough. Leave it at that and not get into the details. Yeah, of course, the precise measuring equipment is a complete liar.
Yeah.
But you've also got some New Year's resolutions for the channel.
Yes.
Some goals for 2026. Well, kind of together, although, you're the channel owner. I like to help out where I can. And we've kind of come up with some joint goals for the channel. You wanted to get into CGI.
Yes. So
I believe.
Yeah. This is sort of joint between. Just a goal overall was to go for the end of the year. We are going to push for 500. Is the goal. Which means I need to significantly up my promotional game. But yeah. As well as just remaining consistent with uploads in whatever form that I can, really, is the goal. What about you, sir? What New Year's resolutions do you have?
I try not to make New Year's resolutions. Purely just because I kind of come up with a goal that I wanna pursue randomly, kind of like the rest of my thoughts are, just completely random and sporadic and all the time.
Yeah.
About stuff as I'm reflecting or whatnot, and I kind of just go, well, I'm just gonna start it now or start tomorrow. Depending on what the goal is. Sometimes it kind of makes sense to start like next week. If it's like I'm gonna eat healthier, I decided on Sunday I already eat like relatively healthy, but I'm gonna stop snacking on unhealthy snacks, and I'm gonna go like proper healthy on food.
Yeah.
But I decided that on Sunday, and I was like, well, I can start that tomorrow because I'll just do a food shop now. So I went on Asda and I did a food shop online. But other things, it's like, well, I want to get rid of all the snacks in the house, so I'll start that in a week and a half because I've got a few snacks lying around, so I'm going to eat some of them and I'm going to bin the rest.
Yeah.
But I'll kind of just like set a time to start it, which will be relatively soon. and then just start. I don't really subscribe to having a goal just because it's a different year. I feel like if you wait until the end of the year to set goals for the next year, it's already too late. Like, you could have done that fucking 6 months ago when you had the idea. But you had the idea and went, oh, I'll make that my New Year's resolution. You're already 6 months behind. It's quite a brutal way of thinking of it, but that's my take on New Year's resolutions. So I don't have any new goals other than eating healthy at the moment. Obviously, a very active and consistent or constant goal for me is business. I've recently redone my website. I'm offering not only third-party logistics, but I'm offering supply chain consultancy and supply chain contractors. Like a purchaser just suddenly quit or die, they could hire me, and I would get a supply chain contractor in, specifically in like purchasing, to help smooth out their pitfall, really. So I've got the 3 services running at the moment, but it's going all right. I want to get a few more customers this year. I'd like to be out of employment this year.
Wouldn't we all?
I guess that's my New Year's resolution.
To quit your job.
Yeah, pretty much, just to quit my job. That would be great. Yeah, my New Year's resolution is to quit my job. Yeah. But for the channel, what I want for the channel for 2026 is I want us to have uploaded the Alfie Paradox Part 2, which I know there's, we've got a sizable audience that is looking forward, very excited for Alfie Paradox Part 2.
Yeah, it's actually, it's been a nice surprise, actually, that has. We uploaded it not knowing what the reaction was going to be, if it would gain any traction at all. And, I mean, it's done alright. People who have watched it, like, who I wouldn't even speak to, have turned around and been like, you know what, that's actually really good. When the hell's part 2? And I'm sat here like,
yeah,
frantically trying to rush together the other 4 films.
I've got to make it.
Yeah, I mean it's also such a ball ache at the moment because the weather in the UK. Did you know that there are some places in the UK right now who have had rain every day this year?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
With
every day.
Yeah.
I know we get it a lot, but every day.
Every day this year, some places in the UK have had recorded rainfall every day. It's actually nuts. This has been the wettest start to the year we could have had, and also the most bloody inconvenient because we just want to get out there and start filming for part 2. And we can't because it's just constantly raining cats and dogs. But I mean, it has.
It is a frustration.
It's given us opportunity to really refine where we're going with the story and also plan out the titles of which I can reveal. Episode 3 will be The Void. Episode 4 will be Revelations. Episode 5 will be blank because I actually can't remember. And episode 6 will be The Collapse. Alfie, do you remember what episode 5 was called?
Episode 5 is Homecoming.
Homecoming. Episode 5 is Homecoming. So we've got the Alfie Paradox Parts 1 and 2, The Void, Revelations, Homecoming, and The Collapse. Make of those titles what you will. Craft your theories, blah, 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 blah. We're not telling you anything.
And if you would like to craft your theories, you can join the Discord, and you can go into the cinematic universe section of our Discord and go into lore theories chat. And this is a chat purely just to talk about the movies, and what your ideas are, specifically what you think is going to happen, not ideas to give us, although we may steal some ideas, but we're more interested in seeing what you guys think is going to happen in the movies. In that section, there's also just movie discussion. If you just want to talk about characters or talk about actors or anything to do with the movies at all, we're going to be posting the trailers in there. We're going to have some behind the scenes. If you want to put any fan art, there is a chat for the fan art. I'm not suggesting that you should do fan art, but if you want to, go for it. Don't put any AI stuff because we'll kill you. And then for the people that get the most involved, there's going to be some script sneak peeks. People who get really into the movies, they put all their lore theories in, maybe do a bit of fan art, talk about the movie, get involved with basically our Discord community. We're going to add you into a script sneak peeks chat, and we'll just reveal just a little sneak peek of the scripts, give you a little taster of what's to come before any trailers or any podcast talk happens about it. But if you're not interested in talking about just the movies, we do have a Discord server with loads of stuff in there. You can just talk about any TECSHOTZ content, or just hang out with people. We've got all that going in our Discord. It's recently been revamped by yours truly, so I hope you like it. Please join.
Full disclosure, we have written story plans for the third and fourth films. We are currently halfway through writing it for 5. And then we will have to write the plan for 6, and then complete the scripts for the 4 episodes that we're currently writing plans for. So, in theory, production for episodes 3 and 4 won't start until next year. Like, middle of next year at the earliest, I would say. Just because it's the first 2 films are merely just to establish the stakes and the characters and so on and so forth, whereas the third and fourth films really build on the history of the world that the story takes place in, the history of the characters. It goes to some pretty dark places at times. But we are in the what's the word? In the process, that's the word. In the process of finding actors and things for the 4 episodes that take place after part 2. So if you're interested and would like and small part in and film, then let us know. Join the Discord at one of us. I'm sure one of us will reply eventually. And let us know, because we will have many, without saying too much, we will have many roles to fill for a particular variation of character. And that is all I will say on that. Episode 2 is on the way. The rest are coming at some point.
And if being on the screen is not your thing, but you still want to be involved in helping us make the movies, we may have a position for you in the production crew, whether that be cameraman, or runner. You want to get everybody coffees, go for it. There's plenty of production crew roles available. If you're really interested in it, we'll find one for you anyway. We've got we're going to be ramping up. So Alfie Part 2 is still going to be the sort of homemade film style that Part 1 is. It's just going to follow on, but then from movie 3 onwards, we're going to try and push the budgets, push the boundaries with what we can do, and that's with everything that we do. That's from script writing to ideation to costumes to actual film equipment, film styles, and the amount that we film, multiple angles, and then in post-production as well. Steve's going to be working on that CGI skill, and we are going to try and really push the boundaries and just get bigger and bigger with it. So there's definitely the possibility for cast members, extras, and also production crew.
Yes.
If costumes is really your thing, let us know. If art is really your thing, let us know. We'll be happy to take anybody on and assess your skills, and see if we can work together on something to build something really cool.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of the goal for the movies, isn't it? Really, that they started, the Alfie Paradox started as a passion project. It very quickly, the script expanded to where you were like, we need this as 2 parts. And that's where we're at currently. And then we've just added movies.
Yeah.
And then once we're done with them, we'll probably just create a brand new series of movies. That's what we enjoy doing as a group. Me and you kind of like spearhead it, and everyone just jumps on happily on board. Loves getting on the right side of the camera to be on the screen and looking at the end result. It's great, it's not like it doesn't feel like a drain or anything like that. It's genuinely fun and exciting to see what we can build. And to be honest, I think it rivals quite a few movies with some quite substantial budgets coming from Hollywood. So obviously I'm a bit biased to that, but
I mean, not technically.
I think it's really fucking cool.
I mean, as far as like the appearance of the movie goes, I mean, sure you help write and direct, but I mean, all of the editing was down to me. You didn't even want to see like any version of the cut because you wanted it to be a complete surprise.
Yeah. I felt like I was so involved in directing. I think when it came to actual film days, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I obviously helped out loads with the directing, mainly the scenes that you were in, with John or with Caleb or whoever it was. It's quite difficult to direct a movie whilst you're also in that scene that you're directing. Yeah. And I think, directing was very much 50-50 between me and you. And most of these scenes were actually kind of, I'd say, directed by both of us because we were kind of bouncing ideas off of each other as we're filming it. And I think it was great. And you went away and did all the post. All credit goes to you for that. You did a really good job. But I was excited. I'd been so involved in the scripts and so involved in the filming and the directing and the acting. I was like, I just want to see the end result. Yeah. I know exactly what we did. I know what we filmed. I know what we said. Now I want to see what the end result is. And I was very, very pleasantly surprised. It was very, very good and a lot better than all the bloopers that we were making. The end result is pretty good. We obviously have bits of the movie that both of us don't like as much, or we wish that we did re-record. If you can figure out what that is and tell us in the Discord, we will let you know. But you have to guess. And yeah, I think we're just going to get bigger and better every time. And we don't necessarily have to, fucking spend our life savings on budgets for it. I think we did the Alfie Paradox Part 1. We didn't put much money into it at all.
No.
It was definitely, I'd say it was definitely south of £100. I think we put less than £100 into it.
I think more money actually went into paying everybody than it did buying things for the actual film.
Yeah. That's yeah. I don't think we put much money into it at all.
No.
And then the second movie is going to follow suit, and we'll spend a bit more money. We know what we're doing a bit more now. So there's going to be there are some more props, and a little bit of costume design to go on. So there'll be a little bit more money invested, and then 3's really where we're going to ramp it up. Still keep it within a reasonable budget, but I think we will ramp it up with costume design and props specifically. That's where most of the budget will go, I think.
Just while we are on the highly sensitive topic of budget, in no way anyone feel obligated to do so, but down in the description there is a link where you can donate. Any money that gets put into that donation link gets spent on this channel, so more than likely the actual films and equipment needed, paying people just in case I can't manage to do all of the special effects the way I envision them, props, stuff like that. Any money that goes into that donation link will be reserved for channel use only. Obviously, again, feel no way obligated to donate any money at all. The link is just there in case anybody has, a couple of extra pounds to spare and decides that they want to. Another point of discussion that me and Alfie have had recently is setting up a Patreon page. After discovering what this was, I thought it was OnlyFans, but it's not OnlyFans. It's OnlyFans for people who don't want to sell their bodies. So instead, we will sell previews and things for upcoming videos, whether that's funny moments or actual film bits and bobs, as well as any other content that's arriving on the channel in long form. What the hell is the word? Why do we use words when I'm trying to say big important things?
Long form content?
No, long form, not content. Long form format. Format. That's the word I'm looking for. But, a couple of long form formatted videos that I may or may not have planned to release at some point this year. Yeah, I just thought I'd briefly mention that. On top of that, I would also like to provide a special thank you to Alfie's poor girlfriend Shannon, who has agreed to be a creative consultant and basically just make sure that we're not being completely ridiculous. So a massive thank you to the Shandog without the fish, because they all died. But yeah, that's sorry, continue with whatever you were saying before I pluggingness.
No, I think it fed on quite well, and yeah, we are thinking of doing a Patreon. We probably will do a Patreon, but I just wanted to add to that, it won't just be previews of content that's gonna come out for free. It will be exclusive content as well, so that you aren't just paying for early releases. We want to provide a service for our Patreon members, and it will be a small service to begin with while we're trying to find our feet and work out what it is. But it will be a small fee that we put on the Patreon. And similar to the donations, the Patreon will go exclusively to the film budget, not the TECSHOTZ channel, but the actual film budget. So the Patreon will go directly to the film. The Patreon will probably be surrounding the films more heavily anyway. But the TECSHOTZ donation page is for the whole channel, but probably will end up being spent on the films anyway. But the Patreon is, for our film fans, really. That may change in the future. Don't, quote me on that. Don't clip that up and send it back to me in the Discord, because I'll block you. But currently, that is the idea.
One of the things.
But yeah, I think that kind of wraps up the movies, really.
Yeah.
Unless you have one other thing, sorry.
No. I was just gonna say one of the things that I would consider releasing onto the Patreon is a director's cut version of the Alfie Paradox. So, part 1 and part 2 together, not separated, the way we wanted to release them.
Yes, yeah, we did want to do that. And maybe kind of put a little some exclusive blend together between the two, so that it doesn't feel like two separate movies.
Yeah.
Kind of tweak the end of part 1 and tweak the start of part 2 to kind of blend them into one big movie. How we wanted to do it, so it's not just like watching 1 and then 2 straight away. It is a little bit different. And who knows? Steve might have learnt some swanky CGI at that point and might revamp it just a little bit. But you'll have to wait and see if that is the case. And we do also have to make the Patreon first before we can release it. But that is the plan. And I think we have done enough plugging of the Patreon.
Yes.
And probably often it does tend to be our lives at the moment, the movies. I don't really do anything else. It is either work on my business or work on the movies. That's pretty much it.
It's
I'll be honest.
I think we've made a mistake here.
If I'm not working, I'm working on my business, or I'm working on the movies. Oh, my life is just work at this point, but I do love it. So, I'm not going to complain. Although, I don't love my job. That's why I've got the New Year's resolution to quit it. But all the other work I do, love it. It's great. No complaints. Okay, so let's move on from the movies. But I do want to, just slightly go back to the 2026 goals for the channel, specifically of my own. So I want us to release Alfie Paradox Part 2 this year. I want us to create a Patreon. I want to get into the top 1% of podcasts this year, which means we need to release 21 episodes to get into our 21st episode will be the episode that puts us into the top 1% of podcasts. Of the 10% that we are now in, 90% of that quit within the first 20 episodes. So if we make 21, we'll be in the top 1%. I'd like to do that this year. I think we can do that, especially if we're doing. Well, to be honest, we could do a podcast once every 2 weeks, and then if we have the time, do a couple in between that, and we've hit that goal. I only really wanted to get that done by the end of the year, so that would be good. I would like to switch to recorded episodes of the podcast. I think I ran this by you at the very start, but I would like to switch to the audience can kind of see our face, even if we're not next to each other. We both film ourselves kind of sat in a comfy chair or on a sofa or a bed or something, and we just chat shit, but to a camera.
Yes.
I would like to do one in person for sure. I'd like to do multiple in person, but we're about an hour's drive-ish from each other. It's not a million miles away, but it's not easy to just pop down and do a quick podcast, especially when we chat shit for like fucking 2 hours.
We'd never get around to doing a podcast because we'd just be too busy talking.
Yeah. yeah, we would, yeah. So, it would probably be. We'd probably have to book out a whole day to do an in-person one.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. We just chat shit we chat so much shit together, just normal conversation, and then we'd switch on the camera and we'd still have shit to talk about. That's just the type of people we are, really. Yeah, but it's what it is. That's why we got a podcast, because we just
talk about nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. We've been in this call for 55 minutes and we haven't really said anything substantial yet.
So, Jeffrey Epstein.
But yeah, those are the kind of my goals for 2026 for the channel. I think I'm done now, and we could probably move on to something else. I think I'm done. I'm thinking whilst talking. I'm stalling you right now so that you can't move on without me. And I want to get the Discord popping. I've kind of mentioned it. I've plugged it loads already, but I do want the Discord popping. Please, 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 please join the Discord, even if you don't fucking chat in it. I'd prefer if you chatted in it, but just join. It costs you nothing. You probably have the app already if you're on a platform like YouTube. If you're not, fucking get Discord. It's brilliant. For so many uses, not just gaming. But get Discord, fucking jump in the global chat shit, jump in global voice, talk to whoever, just have fun with it. We'll be there. We'll respond to you pretty quickly. Please just join it. If you're listening, please join the Discord. We want to get it popping. Now I'm done. Now I'm done for 2026 goals for the TECSHOTZ channel. I'm done.
Daddy Alfie needs more Discord kittens.
Discord kittens.
Oh, have you not heard? Like, I keep seeing these things on Instagram Reels. People are absolutely bonkers. Like, I don't understand it. Like,
I actually think that's. I think that's you've just come up with that, and you're blaming society for that. You're blaming other people for your weirdness.
No. I actually heard this from Caleb first. He was the first person I ever.
Pull up the clip.
I don't have it.
No, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You're the fucking weirdo, not me.
No, we were at work and he just turned around and called me kitten, and I was like, "What the actual fuck?" Like,
he does love you. He does call you Kitten Whiskers.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's weird.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
it's not normal.
Yeah, although I think that's just from Shrek.
Is it?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's like, don't worry, Kitten Whiskers. Daddy will discuss this later.
Yeah.
That's from the third Shrek.
Yeah, the girl comes up behind him and is like, "But Pookie, you said you wouldn't hurt them." Don't worry about it. Daddy will discuss it later. I was Prince fucking Charming or something. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, Prince Charming and Rapunzel.
Bro, I can't believe that people are quoting the ancient scriptures of Shrek and using it to.
Shrek's a certified banger. All the fucking movies are great.
Apart from 4.
No, 4's good.
No. You only say that because you look like Rumpelstiltskin.
Fuck off! No, I don't. You're a fucking dick. They're releasing Shrek 5 this year. We can talk about Shrek 5.
Oh my god.
Have you seen the trailer for Shrek 5?
There's a trailer?
Yeah, it's like genuinely, it's like 10 seconds. Like there's like a scene that people are pulling, and you see like all the main characters, and they're all kind of like, everybody's lost their shit online because it doesn't look like Shrek. But the problems come is because CGI's obviously gone places since Shrek was released. Shrek 4 was released. CGI has updated. It's quite difficult to make new CGI look like old CGI. So they kind of updated Shrek, and he does look different. I will be honest. If you Google Shrek 5 right now, you'll see a picture, and it's him, Fiona, Donkey, and then one of their daughters, because they had 3, didn't they?
Oh, isn't he?
They had 3 children.
By Zendaya or something, is she?
I think so. Yeah. But yeah, they do look different. It's kind of freaky. But they just updated the CGI. And apparently the reason is that it's quite difficult to make to make it look like old CGI. Somebody has just joined the Discord. I'm really hoping that they're from the live stream. Welcome, Girthquake. That's a fucking great name.
Earthquake.
Please never leave the Discord. No, Girthquake.
Girthquake.
No, Girthquake!
What?
Oh my god, how many times do I have to fucking say it?
Yeah, that's
He's
what
gonna
I said.
fucking leave, mate.
Girthquake.
You've literally just pissed him off by saying his name wrong 4 times.
Oh,
Welcome, Girthquake. You are very welcome to the Discord. We're very happy to have you. Thank you very much.
let's find out why he's here. Find out where he came from.
No.
How did you find us? There we go. Making friends.
Making friends. I recognise the name.
Oh, yeah.
I recognise the name. Keep talking. About Shrek 5. What are your thoughts on Shrek 5? What do you think it's going to be about?
I've just seen the picture and actually it looks quite cool. Like, it doesn't look like Shrek used to look like, but of course it doesn't. But, I mean, it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks quite, just updated. Like, the same way FIFA updates its grass graphics every year. It's not going to be ruined because it looks different. It's going to be ruined because people are getting grumpy because it looks different. But you can't boycott a film because the animation has improved. That'd be like boycotting Wallace and Gromit because he used a different form of plasticine. It's just ridiculous. You can't boycott Shrek. It should be illegal.
No, I don't think Shrek should be boycotted. I think the fifth one will be fine. Yeah, I think it'll be good. It will look weird, but I think people will get used to it pretty quickly. I didn't actually I don't know when it's supposed to be released. I think it's this year. Sorry, I didn't mean for Shrek 5 to become a talking point, but now it is.
No, actually,
release date.
This is good.
Release date's 2027. Fuck that. We're not talking about it. That can be episode 300.
Oh my god, wait, that means it's coming out the same year as Stargate, which means I get new Shrek and new Stargate at the same time. That is peak.
And I only care about one of those things.
While we're on the subject of upcoming film releases, I have no idea if it's of any interest to you. Did you watch the Michael Bay Transformers films while you were growing up? With Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox.
I did. I did, but I don't really remember them, and I don't really know which ones I have watched. Basically I haven't watched them because I don't remember anything. So I'm just gonna everything that I just said after you stop speaking, ignore that, and I'm gonna try it again. No.
Okay. Well, talk around the water cooler is that Michael Bay will be returning to direct the so we had 5 from him, 2 after the 8th live action Transformers film. He'll be returning after taking a break for 2 films because towards the end of his films they were just getting pointless. And the rumours are that Shia LaBeouf will return, Josh Duhamel, I think even Tyrese Gibson will be returning, which is interesting because I'm pretty sure they're all dead now, like in the series. So I'm not really understanding what the fuck is even going on anymore. But that's all I had to say about that. It was just just a flashback to childhood, really.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to watching Transformers. Well, I don't because I'm not going to watch it, but yes, Transformers.
Just do it.
Let's go. Just do it. You can do it when you B&Q it, really. So it's just words I live by a wise man or woman. Who knows?
I don't think I've ever been to B&Q.
You've never been to B&Q?
No. Just for context, B&Q is a hardware store.
Is that context to yourself because you've never been?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay. Have you never been to B&Q? Have you never needed paint?
Screwfix down the road.
Or a tool? Oh, sorry, I forgot that you live in a small town in Dorset and don't leave it ever.
I do leave it. I leave it all the time.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
The next village over doesn't count.
Well, you didn't state that to begin with, so I think it does.
Okay.
No,
Whatever.
I leave the town I live in when I come to visit you.
Do you know? Yeah, well, okay, once every 3 months. Do you know what? Fun fact that the viewers may be interested in is I accidentally doxed you a little bit in the movie, and it hasn't been cut out. So I'm going to assume that it's okay. Otherwise, after this podcast is going to be uploaded, Steve is rushing to the YouTube studio. So in the bloopers, I mentioned the name of the hill that we film at.
Yes.
And I mute myself and put a block over my mouth to say undisclosed location. Now, that is not where anyone lives, but it's relatively close to a couple of the cast members. So I thought it'd be best to not disclose the location of the hill. However, in the actual movie, I didn't necessarily memorize my line. And when John and I returned with Ice Pops, I meant to say that I've just been driving around town. And what I actually say is I've been driving around Stir. Now, I think only if you live in and around the area, you know what that means. But I did in the movie reveal the town that you live in.
Yes, I had noticed.
And I'm assuming because you edited it, it's fine. But I went to great lengths in the bloopers to meet myself, and then when it came to actually doing the filming, I just completely doxed you, really.
It's okay, because about 30 seconds later in the exact same scene, you also doxed yourself. When you said...
I did. I said I live in Poole, but Poole is a massive area.
Yeah.
I'll outwardly and proudly say I live in Poole. If you wanted to knock on every door in Poole to try and find me, fucking go for it. Because I'll probably have moved by the time you get to me. There's so many doors. However, the undisclosed town, which I'm not going to say again, not so many doors.
No.
It still would be a multiple day endeavour to knock on every door until you answer. But less doors. By quite a bit. Less doors.
I'm going to have to move house now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should. I think you should move to Poole. There's more doors. And that can only be a good thing.
I suppose so.
For when I inevitably dox you again.
Yeah, and you dox yourself.
And I reveal your address. Full address. In the next movie.
Just...
Join the Discord and I'll dox Steve.
Please don't. To be fair, a fair chunk of the people in the Discord already know where I live. I think there's only a handful of people that don't.
Yeah. I'd say about 50%.
Yeah, which is
terrible. There we go. There's a target for 2026. I would like the number of people to know Steve's address in the Discord. I'd like the percentage to be 20% or lower. That's a goal. I think that's doable by the end of 2026. Especially if you're aiming for 500 subscribers. That's how many have you got at the moment? 170?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So that's like over double. let's assume 10% of those join the Discord. Yeah, we'll do it.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Have you got any other talking points, my good man?
No, I just want to tell people to raise the amount of people in the Discord, or I'm going to have to move house by the end of the year.
Please join the Discord. If you haven't heard me say it 300 times already, just join and we'll give you free shit of some description.
Yeah, join the Discord.
If people join the Discord, we can actually start doing giveaways again. We can start doing giveaways. We can do sneak peeks on the movies. We can kind of tailor it, really. We can do stuff based on the movies, but not just the movies, but the YouTube channel itself. And just digital content in general.
Yeah.
There's already, there's not like, hundreds of people in this Discord, but there's enough people for there to be a wide variety of interests and humours and knowledge in this server that it's worth joining, because you just might make a new best friend. And if you two go off and fucking private message each other into the late hours of the night and you never interact in our Discord server again, it was still worth it because you made a new best friend. So join, it's worth it. Loads of people here and we want more. Loads of interests, plenty of stuff to do. You get direct access to YouTuber TECSHOTZ himself.
Well, hang on a minute.
Wait. Well, no, because you do. Because we've just had somebody join at 7:53, and at 7:54, you've asked them how they joined. Literally, YouTuber TECSHOTZ is welcoming people into the community.
You
get direct access to them. You don't get that with other YouTubers. You have to go through fucking. No, but if you join a mainstream YouTuber's Discord, do you ever get to talk directly to them? No.
Not very often. No.
YouTuber TECSHOTZ is going to be going into the Global Voice channel way more often and just speaking to everybody. Just feel free to join. YouTuber TECSHOTZ might join. You never know. I won't, because I hate you all. I'm kidding. That was a joke. Please join. I've spoken way too much about Discord this episode.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just been a filler. Instead of I've just gone Discord.
Yeah. Discord has become the new skill-based.
I don't know what to talk about. Discord. Discord is the new skill-based matchmaking. At least it's a plug, though. We don't gain anything off skill-based matchmaking. Also, you mentioned that. I'd just like the record to show you mentioned that. You brought that up, not me.
I'm not actively discussing it. I just brought it up and compared it to something else.
You heard it here first, folks. YouTuber TECSHOTZ brought up skill-based matchmaking.
I lasted less than a fucking episode.
You really did. You really fucked that up for yourself there. You were just trying to make a joke, and you resorted to
blew back right
the thing we don't mention.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we're kind of running out of things to say here, and I feel like we haven't spoken enough. We need talking points really on this podcast, because if we don't have talking points, we will just chat utter shit, and it won't be entertaining even for us.
Jay enjoys it. He's listened to like 4 hours.
Jay enjoys. We've had talking points though. I feel like if we don't have talking points, we will talk like just nonsense that no one will enjoy. It will just be sounds and me going Discord, So we do need talking points. If you have talking points, please submit them. We will come up with some. You don't have to submit them, but if you want us to talk about them, then let us know. Specific movie or our movies or Discord or anything. Games. We play games. It's originally a gaming channel, so if you want us to talk about specific games or just games in general or games companies. Steve loves ranting about games companies. Don't even get started on Activision. If you have anything you want us to talk about, please submit it. And I feel like because we're running out of talking points, we should talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
No!
We should. It's quite big news. It's quite hard to avoid. I don't even I'm not even on social media, and I know about all the Jeffrey Epstein files, right? So recently, I believe it was the Department of Justice,
Yeah.
maybe FBI, maybe together. I don't know exactly which US branch of law enforcement it was, but 3 million pages of Jeffrey Epstein files have been released, and there is a further 3 million to be released. So we've got half, I believe, is the story. Obviously, a lot of it is redacted still. They've chosen to redact stuff about female victims specifically, to protect their identities, which is fair enough. There's a couple of people uncovering some emails where they've redacted either the sender or the recipient, and these email bodies are talking about committing some heinous crimes, and people have quite rightly raised, why would you redact the recipient or the sender on this when they didn't redact Jeffrey Epstein on it? It would appear that these 3 million documents, they are still trying to protect some people. We obviously don't know who that is. But there's been some pretty damning pictures and evidence of the late Prince Andrew. I say the late, he didn't die, but he's no longer a prince. And I heard on the news today that King Prince Charles is willing to work with the police to investigate his brother.
No, you know what? You know what fucks me off about that is, they've disowned him. They've taken away all of his titles. Have you seen the fucking house that they let him move into? It's still. I'm
going to imagine it's quite nice.
It's a decent size. Like, it's bigger than most people's houses still. Even after he has literally been photographed doing things that I will not describe because I do not want this channel to be taken down. But when he has literal damning and incriminating evidence that he was in no way innocent, like he claims he is, etc., etc., they still gave him a really nice house. Like, he fucking doesn't. He deserves to be in a 2x4. Like, he should be locked up. As should everybody else who has been, like, evidence has been released that can incriminate them. No consequences have come about at all, especially for that great big fucking peachy, shredded wheat-haired little prick that sits in the White House. Absolutely no consequences have come for him. Which is absolutely... You know what? Any Americans, by chance watching this, if you voted for Trump, just fuck off. Just fuck off. I saw... There was a picture the other day. It was of a newborn baby. And... the baby grew red, and I quote, "I'm a Trump girl," and it had a MAGA fucking hairband. Like, I'm sorry, but if you are still actively supporting this great big pompous pumpkin-coloured fucking lunatic who is actively allowing American citizens to gun down other citizens in the streets and has clearly been exposed as a rapist and a criminal and so many other absolutely fucking disgusting things, and you are still choosing to support this man politically, like the party he stands for, sure, support that. If that follows your ideals and your beliefs, then nobody can tell you not to. But if you think for 1 second that you have any right to even turn around purely just for the victim's sake and say, yeah, Trump's such a great guy, man. Like, God, he just knows what America needs. No, he doesn't. He seriously doesn't. He thinks he knows. what America needs. Just like he thinks that it was really fun to fly off to old Jeffy E's Island and do things that shouldn't have been done under any circumstances. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous to me that he still has any kind of support. Like, how seriously, how many brain cells do you have to lack to turn around and think, oh my god, this guy, like, I'm so glad he's in charge of our country. Why? Why are you glad? Because the things that he's done and the things that have come out that, you know, are exposing the things that were done on that island. I mean, hell, even fucking Stephen Hawking was involved. Bro was bound to 4 wheels and he was still nodsing. Like, I don't understand how people think fucking Trump can just, like, yeah, it's all just fake news. Shut up. You're all pathetic. Any Trump supporters ever watching this channel, if you ever see this, unsubscribe, block me, I don't care. We do not want you. No supporter of Trump is welcome. End of discussion. Or Prince Andrew, or anyone else, will say, that came up in the files, the fact that Elon Musk, who everyone knows is an absolute fucking nutcase, is the only person who seemingly actually turned around and said, no, fuck off, you're all mad. But then at the same time was still supporting Trump when he was running for office the latest time he ran for office. So, I mean, it's sort of a mixed bag, really. Like, just because Musk looks innocent from the files that have been released so far, we've only seen half the files. And again, let's not forget that he was supportive of Trump when he was running for office. So it's absolutely fucking bizarre to me that these people who have done so much wrong to so many people still have supporters. It's just baffling that people will stand up behind these absolute fucking dickheads and say, I support you. Because these people aren't the people that need support. Trump doesn't need support. Epstein's dead, so he definitely doesn't need support. Yeah, I'm not even going to say God rest his soul, because I hope he's fucking burning. Musk doesn't need support. Sweaty Nonce Andrew doesn't need support. You know who does need support? Is every single one of the victims that these people wronged and harassed and mistreated, disrespected their basic human fucking rights. They are the people who need support. Not Trump, not Musk, not fucking stupid Andrew. Like, it's so easy to get wrapped up in, like, these people have done so much wrong, you know, and keep talking about that. But what nobody's talking about is what support they're actually going to offer for the victims. You know, what are they going to do for all these people?
Yeah, I can.
Because redacting their names is one thing.
I can only imagine how traumatic it must.
It's absolutely not. And the fact that
Sorry.
The fact that some people like Epstein and Stephen Hawking are now just going to completely avoid facing any kind of repercussions is also upsetting, because I say this in the hopes that repercussions do come, because they fucking need to, but I really hope the repercussions that come about after the full files are released are enough to do justice to all the people that were wronged.
I can't imagine how traumatic it must be to, you know, obviously be younger and be probably trafficked onto that island, and, you know, all you hear is, I want to see your blood hole.
God.
Sorry, that was just a light-hearted joke. I was just trying to make light of the situation. It is horrible.
It's absolutely nuts. I mean,
It's horrible. And but Steve, I will say I don't think that the repercussions will happen. They should, but I don't think they will. These files aren't new. They're just being released to the public. That's kind of, that doesn't really mean anything. It does. It means that we know the truth, and it could cause some pressure to be applied to kind of investigate, like it has with Prince Andrew, because the evidence is so damning that, and because he's part of the royal family, like something has to happen. But it's been so long, and these files have been in, FBI, CIA, whatever it is. They had all of this. They had all of this evidence, but they chose not to do anything with it because of the people that we're talking about. We're talking about people with, some serious fucking power in the countries that they're in. We're talking about, the top fucking or fund massive fucking companies or control, fucking industries that are required just to, keep people alive. There's like fucking Bill Gates is tied up in all sorts of like medical shit.
Yeah.
If you piss him off by chucking him in a jail cell, people die because he could just cut off what he's doing, or he can control another country that allows him to go to that country and then they protect him. Like it, and then the US misses out on tax. There's such an elaborate set of consequences for just arresting somebody of severe power for doing something wrong. It just allows them to get away with this stuff, and the only reason that these files have been released to the public is because Donald Trump, one of the most powerful people on the planet, has said release them. He's more powerful than the people that it's about, but it doesn't mean that anything will actually happen. He kind of, presumably, Trump just said that he would release the files to gain votes. And credit to him, he's doing what he said he would do. Most politicians don't. But I think he knows quite well that nothing's going to happen. And that's why he was willing to release the files, because he's fucking in them. But he's still willing to release the files. Because he knows there's bits of evidence against him, but nothing damning. I don't think anything will happen, really. Maybe some minor celebrities that are involved will get in trouble because they have less power. But people like fucking Bill Gates and Elon Musk, fuck all is going to happen to them.
Yeah.
Literally fuck all will happen to them. There's no way that they will get put in prison or anywhere near the level of repercussions that they should have. It just won't happen because of the way that the world works. They have their fingers in so many pies, and they have bits of power and leverage everywhere that if you try and piss them off, they'll just use their leverage elsewhere to really fuck you off. Yeah. They control everything. They just do. It's just how the world works. It shouldn't work like that, but it's just how it does, and you can't change it really. And I sympathise massively with the victims, although my fucking poor taste in joke, I do sympathise with the victims, but I'm not going to sit here and go, they should be put in jail. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
And even if they did, even if the justice system was completely fair, and it did actually put those people in jail. Let's take Bill Gates for an example, because we know he's a bit of a dodgy bloke. You did put Bill Gates in jail. He's going to be vengeful, and the amount of stuff that he has control over, it might lead to people fucking dying, like the medical industry. He doesn't prop it up, but he's a big fucking player in it. And if he decides to do something, like cut funding, people die. Is it worth... Is the trauma that Bill Gates, is the crimes that Bill Gates supposedly or allegedly committed, and the maybe tens of victims, maybe 100 victims he had, is that worth other innocent people losing their lives because he's going to be petty about it? No. And that's just one powerful person example. Elon Musk has got so much more power than Bill Gates. He owns fucking like 60% of our satellites.
Yeah. It's just a shit situation. I didn't think we were actually going to discuss Epstein. I'm glad I got all that out of my system though. I mean, to round it off, the people who should be being punished basically won't be punished because they're too powerful. They've got too much leverage all over the planet.
Hello?
Hello.
Hang on, I can't hear you. Sorry.
Ah.
My fucking cat. Please continue.
I was basically just rounding it all off by saying that the people who should be being punished, like Trump and like Bill Gates and all the others, won't be put. They won't be punished. And as ridiculous as that is, there's no justification for it. It's just because they've been allowed to gain so much power that they're allowed to continue getting away with all of this bullshit, and it will carry on. It won't just be this time. There will be other situations where the exact same thing is happening,
anything,
and the consequences will be absolutely no different. Alfie appears to be having technical difficulties. Which is not good. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Change to that. Hello? No? Change back to that. Hello? No? What is happening? We appear to be having some technical difficulties, which is impressive that it's only taken us this long. And now it's just me. But this is awkward. What do I talk about when I'm by myself? Hello?
Hello, sorry, mid fucking podcast, my fucking cat jumped on my desk, hit a bunch of buttons on my keyboard, and then suddenly I couldn't hear or talk. I'm gonna turn my fucking keyboard off, and then I could talk. I could see my green light was coming up, but Discord didn't want to let me hear anything. So, so sorry, everyone. I was probably talking over Steve, going, I can't fucking hear anything. What was I saying? Where were we?
It's okay. I have rounded off the talk about the Epstein files.
Cool. Good. I'm sorry I got you onto that conversation in the first place.
Anything else you would like to discuss?
That was quite the rant.
Yes.
No, I mean, I think I started doing from episode maybe 2 or 3. I started doing the segment on, I had like an Alfie's thought of the week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's been 2 months since we've had a Alfie's thought of the week. And I opened up what I'd written. And I genuinely don't know if I've already said this on a podcast.
Mm.
I've only got 2, and I know one of them that I've read out. And it was about childlike curiosity, and I genuinely don't know if I've already said it.
You have. I remember.
And it was kind of an ending segment. So I read it to you, but did I read it out loud on the podcast?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on the podcast that I read it to you. Was it?
You did. I remember it.
Okay, well, in that case, I have nothing on Alfie's Thought of the Week because I thought I had one. But that's okay because Alfie's Thought of the Week this week is not a thought at all. Alfie's Thought of the Week is a book of the week. I have just finished a book called Surrounded by Idiots. And it's by a author, a bloke named Thomas Eriksson. And he's from Sweden. And it's a very, very good book. The book is based on human behavior and basic psychology. It doesn't go into like massive depths of psychology. It's mainly surrounded on human behavior. But it's a very, very interesting book. If you're interested in people or how people communicate or or if you just don't understand people, it's definitely a book worth reading. It basically takes what's known as DISC theory, DISC, which categorize human beings into 4 behavior types. So this isn't personality types. It doesn't go into personality. It doesn't go into, what people are interested in. This is purely like how people act. And there's kind of like, there's 4 categories in DISC theory. And then Thomas Eriksson associates 4 different colors to those. And then kind of as you're reading the book, you start to realize what color or color pattern that you are. And it's very interesting. And I think it's quite useful because you can you start to understand people's behavior. And instead of going, oh, it's just, there's fucking like 300 different traits that people might have, or whatever the number is, that's just plucked from my head. Instead of going, oh, I need to try and remember that this person is like this, and this person does this and likes this. You can put human beings into a colour category, and if you understand the colour category, it makes it easier to understand human beings. It's very rare that people are one colour. They're usually 2. Sometimes they're 3, but nobody's 4. But it's just very interesting. You shouldn't use it to like label everybody and just go around going, oh, you're fucking, that's very yellow behavior, and then disregard it. It's there to help you understand people and work better with people, but also just kind of get on with people a bit better and understand that everybody has strengths and weaknesses, and that is okay. Don't try and pretend that you're strong in everything, because you're not. It's just not possible. But kind of lean into your strengths. Don't worry so much about the weaknesses. Just know what they are. That's that's kind of what I've taken from it, is I know better now what my weaknesses are. So I just lean into my strengths more. Other people might choose to work on their weaknesses, but I just prefer to lean into my strengths and make them even stronger. And just be aware of my weaknesses, so that I don't try and fall in the ego trap of trying to pretend I'm perfect at everything. But it's called Surrounded by Idiots. It's by Thomas Eriksson, and I really genuinely believe everybody should read the book, because I think it will help you in some aspect. I think everybody should read the book. I think you should read the book, Steve. It has a few diagrams.
Just diagrams, no pictures.
No, it's not like The Tiger Who Came to Tea. It's a bit bigger than that.
Well, on that terrible
I actually don't know what the page count is off the top of my head.
I think it is time to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think it's a good point too.
join us maybe next week if we remember for another episode. If not, join the Discord. We'll announce.
It won't be 2 months.
Yeah, no, it definitely will not be 2 months. We are back, and we are back for good.
Join the fucking Discord. Join the fucking Discord. Join it now. Fucking click on the link down below. Join it.
Join the Discord. So
peace out, bitches.
Feed his cats.
Yes. I won't feed them until you join.
You probably won't feed them anyway. They'll forget. But
you can't say that right at the end of the fucking podcast.
Yes, I can. Thank you all very much for
I
listening.
feed my cats.
No, you don't. And we will see you.
Thank you for watching.
Listening.
Like, yeah, whatever. Well, they could be watching.
No,
who knows?
Listening.
I don't judge. Steve judges you. I don't.
Judge. Who am I judging? Judging you for not feeding your cats.
I fucking feed my cats, man.
Have you fed your cats?
Thank you for listening. Yes, I have.
You sure?
Fuck you.
You sure Shannon didn't feed them before she went to work?
Yes. No, I'm fucking positive I fed my cats.
Oh, Jay just said he will make us remember to do the next episode of the podcast.
Good. We need that remembering.
Still needs access. Access?
You still need access. I don't know. Anyway, should we end it?
Yes. Whoa, yeah. Let's end it together.
What? You've got the fucking button, mate. Just press it.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.